All right, so something that I meant to discuss in my live stream earlier, discussing the announcement of the, chapter one of the DCU and the fate of the Snyderverse and what's going to happen and where we're going to go from here and James Gunn's plans. Something I meant to discuss in that live stream, but I forgot to discuss once I got onto these Superman and Batman topics because those really started to take precedence in the discussion. But something I meant to talk about was the situation regarding the Flash and regarding Ezra Miller. So I've got pulled up for you an article here from the New York Post where James Gunn is actually discussing the situation with the Flash. Now, uh, the thing is with the Flash, the rumors that we have been hearing for a while that it's going to be Flashpoint, that it's going to reset everything. It's going to be the mechanism through which they reboot the movies, and we start this new continuity with the DCU, with Superman Legacy being the first part of that. All those rumors were true. It is going to be Flashpoint. It is going to be the reset. It is going to be the reboot. Now the question is, coming off of this, is Ezra Miller going to reprise uh, the role as the Flash? Is after the Flash movie, which is in the Snyderverse, is finished and the reboot happens, is Ezra Miller going to return as this character? Um, well, James Gunn has commented on that, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on that after we read the article. So let's go ahead and let's jump into it. So James Gunn said that the Flash, starring embattled actor Ezra Miller, resets the entire DCU and is a fantastic movie that I love. Okay, whatever. What I really want to talk about is the situation regarding the character, regarding Ezra Miller's role, and let's see, where does it? I'm trying to find where it actually starts. Here we go. Um, so the DC boss neither confirmed nor denied Miller's possible return as the Flash. Miller, who is non-binary and uses they them pronouns, I'm not going to be coddling that nonsense here. I'll refer to Miller simply as Miller. Ezra Miller made headlines in 2022 stemming from assault and abuse allegations on top of other legal woes. Yeah, Ezra Miller is crazy. Ezra Miller needs to be locked up somewhere and never let out into public again, and definitely doesn't need to be starring in Hollywood movies. Um, Miller pleaded guilty earlier this month to a misdemeanor, unlawful trespass, and Vermont burglary. Back in August, Miller broke Miller's silence in a statement provided to Variety, saying that she, whatever, man, would seek treatment for complex mental issues. All right, so yeah, Miller's crazy. Miller doesn't need to be anywhere near Hollywood, doesn't need to be anywhere near a movie, doesn't need to be near people in general. Ezra Miller is crazy, dangerous, violent. Ezra Miller needs to go. So, in regards to Ezra Miller, this is what James Gunn had to say. Ezra is completely committed to recovery. We're fully supportive of that journey. And when the time is right, we will have a discussion with Ezra Miller. We'll all figure out the best way forward. But right now, Ezra needs to focus on recovery, and in conversations with Miller over the last couple of months, it feels like Miller is making enormous progress. Okay, so this to me, this is corporate speak. All right. Here's what you got to understand about Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller is part of the protected class. Ezra Miller is part of the Rainbow Mafia. So they can't just kick out Ezra Miller whenever they want to. Okay. They can't just come out and say, nah, Ezra Miller is fired. Bye. They can't just say that. They have to handle this delicately or they'll get canceled because, of course, the Rainbow Mafia will, pay to have a metaphorical hit or a symbolic hit job done on them to kick them out of the public eye, out of the culture. That's what these people do. That's why they're the mafia. That's why they're the Rainbow Mafia. So they can't really say anything yet, but I would not put money down on it, but I would be willing to bet an old pair of shoes that Ezra Miller is not coming back to be the Flash. I mean, if you're not going to have Gal Gadot return, if you're not going to have Henry Cavill return, If Momoa is not going to be Aquaman and is going to play Lobo, then there's no way Ezra Miller, with all the controversy surrounding Ezra Miller, that there's no way that Ezra Miller can come back. I mean, here's the thing. If you really want to piss me off and you want to piss off a lot of people that are trying to give some goodwill to James Gunn and to Peter Safran and to David Zaslav, or if you want to piss off even more people that are still upset about Henry Cavill getting cut and the Snyderverse coming to an end, if you really want to piss off the fans, one sure way to do it would be to not continue on with Cavill as Superman, but to keep Ezra Miller on as the Flash. What the fuck? That would be some grade A bullshit right there. No, that's absolutely that's not tolerable. I mean, that is absolutely not tolerable. Absolutely not. This idea of Ezra Miller staying on, but Henry Cavill gets the boot? Are you insane? Are you absolutely insane? I don't think Ezra Miller is going to come back. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to wait until the Flash movie is out and it's done. And I think they're going to reveal to Ezra, say, hey, surprise, you're not part of this anymore. That's what should happen. But yeah, like this idea that you're going to kick out Henry Cavill, but yet we're going to keep around Ezra Miller, of all people, with all this controversy. That would be an insane move. That would be absolutely nuts if they did that. If that happened, it doesn't matter how good the movies are. You are going to have people who are just going to boycott this outright. I mean, that would really piss people off. That would be a huge mistake. So if they're smart, they'll come out with this movie. They will reboot this with Flashpoint. And then we are all going to move the fuck on from Ezra Miller and the bullshit that this guy, girl, it, whatever, has been pulling out. So I couldn't imagine that. Like, that would be such an awful decision to keep Ezra Miller on board. And if James Gunn does that, we got a problem. I've got a problem. If he does that, kicking out Cavill but keeping Ezra Miller, nah, dude, nah. I don't care how good the movies is. I don't care what your vision is. You just pissed me off, because you guys know I'm a Cavill fan. I love Henry Cavill. I think he's one of the best actors that we've got in the industry today. And to kick him out, to give him the boot, but to keep around Ezra Miller, of all people, who isn't even that talented. No. We're talking about some crisis level bullshit right there. That can't happen. If that happens, I'm pulling out. I'm pulling out early. All right, I'm pulling out early. I'm no. So we'll see. I don't think we're going to hear anything about whether Ezra is going to stay on or not until after the Flash movie comes out. And when is the Flash movie set to come out? Actually, let me look that up real quick. I believe it's the first half of this year, if I'm not mistaken. The first half of this year. It's coming out June 16th. See, that's another thing that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. If this is going to be the film that reboots the entire DC film continuity, why is this not the last film in the Snyder verse? Because we still have Blue Beetle after this. We still have Aquaman 2 after this. This movie should come... Honestly, this should come out... Aquaman 2 and The Flash should switch places. And this should come out at the end of the year. That's what should happen. But... yeah, I'm telling you guys right now, we get to when the Flash comes out and they come out and they say, hey, Ezra Miller staying on as the Flash, but Henry Cavill's not staying on as Superman. At that point, we've got a serious problem. at that point, you're going to start seeing me turn against James Gunn, turn against Warner Brothers, turn against the DCU. That's when I'm going to start turning against it, because that's a big middle finger to a lot of people. Even people that are trying to give, like myself, James Gunn the benefit of a doubt. That's a big middle finger. So I'm not for that. Absolutely not. That would be insane if they do that. But like I said, I don't think Ezra Miller is going to stay on as the Flash. I think it's better just cut your losses there. So, anyways, tell me your thoughts on this down in the comments section below. Do you think that Ezra Miller is going to stay on? Do you think he, she, it, whatever, is not going to stay on? And if Ezra Miller does stay on, is that an automatic, just FU to James Gunn and this whole project that he's got going on? I mean, is it that important to you? It's that important to me to kick off Henry Cavill, but to keep Ezra Miller. That's a big middle finger to the fans. All right, tell me your thoughts about this down in the comments section below. Like, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Click that bell for notification. Check out all my other social media down in the description box below. Check out my backup channels on Rumble, and I will see you guys in the next one. This is Jessica James with a Z, and I am signing out.